Not yet, sir.
Not yet. Okay. This one? Oh, I think something is the problem. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can see it. Thank you for inviting me as a keynote speaker in the topic about English language education study program. And this is my topic, the student center learning strategy, the case of EFL. And this is me, Dr. Supaprawat Siripippatthanakul. I'm in the field of education in PhD and DBA, and also have the CEFR English is C1. And when you talk about the English as a foreign language or EFL, it's about the English for foreign language. And one study mentioned about the teacher, the attitude that are essential for the understanding how they think, how they teach, and how they change, and how they learn to teach. This is a Form 1 study. And when talk about the student-centered approach, the student-centered approach in the correct instruction is related or in the term of the power balance in the classroom, the function of the course content, the role of the teacher against the part of the student, and the learning responsibility, and the purpose and the process of the student evaluation. Compared to the teacher center, the teacher center instruction result in low language performance. In teacher center classroom, the majority is performed by the teacher and the students are always passive, absorb of the knowledge and prevent their educational advance, and the unfavorable link between the teacher center and the performance has a role, have the role scientific significance. When talk about the teacher facilitate, the teacher facilitates student-centered learning is focusing on the student needs, abilities, interests, and learning style. When focus on the student center, it means that is focus on the importance of the student needs, the student abilities, the student interests, and learning styles of the student. And this is the example of 21st century skills. They are comprised of the critical thinking, the problem solving, the collaboration, the effective communication, and the global literacy. And compared to the comparing capacity, comprised of the creativity, inventiveness, and empathy. One study of the RIMNA and my research, this is the conceptual framework. When student learning in English, it can apply to learning style 4C. The 4C comprise of the communication, creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration. And when focus on the student center, it means that to improve the student satisfaction, and the outcome, the final outcome, or the dependent variable is the student performance and effectiveness. This is the framework of my conceptual framework. It's about the learning style in communication, creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration. And student satisfaction could be considered as a mediator or mediating effect or mediating variable. And the outcome is should improve the student performance or effectiveness of the student. And this is the PLS-SEM model show that the student satisfaction could be improved by improve their communication, is the first factor, followed by the critical thinking, the creativity, and collaboration. Is therefore the creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, and communication are the determinants of the student satisfaction. And student satisfaction could be considered of the factor of student performance and effectiveness. And this model is the PLS SEM model applying to explain the English learning intention via Netflix. Yes, every student see the Netflix during the COVID-19 pandemic to improve their English skill. And user satisfaction is by or follow the factor of the performance expectancy, effort expectancy, facilitating condition, and social influence. User satisfaction could be considered as the factor of English learning intention to use Netflix, and social influence or friend or family could be considered as a factor that influence the student to use the Netflix to study English learning intention. And this is the example of the new research that student-centered education comprises of interactive learning, innovative learning, collaborative learning, modular learning, distance learning, problem learning, machine learning, project learning, development learning, and differentiated learning, one-to-one learning, software learning, gaming technology, and independent learning. These are the example of the student-centered education of the new research. And the game technology is the new model or strategy to improve student satisfaction and effectiveness in English learning. This is another one of my research about the decision to use decision to be the online degree program student. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many university, many college encourage the student to study online. It means that the intention or decision to be the online degree program will be increased during the COVID-19 pandemic. And the factor that influence the student satisfaction and decision to be the online degree program comprise of communication, the cost of the degree, the convenience of the degree, and the customer student center. And 4C could be considered as the educational relationship management of 4C, and it is the independent variable. And the student satisfaction is the mediating variable or mediating effect. And the dependent variable is decision to be an online degree program student. When study online degree, apply to use the SWOT analysis, not SWOT. SWOT analysis is comprised of the strength, the weakness, the opportunities, and the challenge. The strength of the online learning is the time flexible, the location flexible, and immediate feedback. Compared to the weakness of the online education is the technical difficulties and lack of personal or physical attention. When compared to the opportunities of the online learning is user can be of any age, and standing skill in problem solving, critical thinking, and adaptability, and scope for innovation and digital development are the opportunities. And the challenge of the online degree or online learning is the quality of the education should be improved to compare with the conventional learning. And digital device or digital technology and digital technology costs are the challenge of the online learning. This online learning is very challenging and very important to any student during the COVID-19 pandemic. When talk about the student center, the student center should focus on the learning strategy. For example, the educational technology or 4C or the 21st century skills that I mentioned. And still, student satisfaction could be considered as the mediator, and the outcome could be considered for the student performance and effectiveness of the student. Yes, this is the student satisfaction determinants. Two determinants of the student satisfaction are the student center and the instructional effectiveness. And when compared to the teacher center and student center, is the significant difference between the anxiety, integrative motivation, attitude, self-efficacy, and the belief that this is are the factor that are the variable that could be different between teacher center and student center. You can see that the anxiety between teacher center and student center. The student center have more average of the uh, uh, sorry, teacher center have more the average of the anxiety mean than the student center. And compared to belief, they believe that the student center have the average mean over the teacher center. And this is my homepage. You can follow me in LinkedIn or Kit or Scora, google.com. And thank you for inviting me as the keynote speaker in the field of the EFL learning strategy. This is my review of my research and from the new concept and the new research, and then the time to the question, please.
Thank you, Dr. Akhil, for your presentation. Yeah. Now we are doing our question and answer session. I invite three participants to ask questions. You can chat or ask directly to Dr. Akhil. Will ask first, please. Please
sorry, I
tell your
cannot.
name and then say your question.
Okay, good morning, Dr. Supaprawat. My name is Putri Aki, and I'm really enjoying your material, and I want to ask a question for you. You say that when we talk about the student-centered learning, we should know the learning style that match best for the students. So how to determine it? Thank you so much.
Okay, when talk about the learning style, it's mentioned about the model. When you choose one model that could apply to the education or English learning, it means that you have to follow the model problem-based learning or 4C or 21st century skill that I mentioned for communication, critical thinking, collaboration, and something. It means that you have to find one model to follow, or you have to use the technology or game-based learning that you could apply to improve the student effectiveness or student performance in English learning. And it means that the teacher have to improve the student satisfaction also, because if student satisfaction, it means that the effectiveness could be incurred. This is my answer.
Thank you, Dr. Ake.
Yeah.
Yes,
thank
please.
you.
Other question? From the lab room. Participant from the lab room, you have questions?
Okay. I am
Sorry, I can't hear.
Mbak, mundur sedikit, Mbak. Mbak, mundur sedikit.
Sorry, it's echo sound. Could the moderator, Dr. Christina, repeat to me?
Yeah, please, could you chat? Yeah. Yeah, on the chat box, please. Okay, maybe from this room. While we're waiting for the yes.
Hmm?
Okay, good morning, Dr.
Okay.
Supaprawat.
Yes, it's me.
Let me introduce myself first. My name is Dalila Safila, and I'm from UNIROW. I would like to ask, before you mentioned so many types of student-centered education method. And my question is that which one is the most effective one to teach, or maybe the one that will make the student easy to understand? Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Very good, very nice question. But if ask me what is the best method or best strategy to use to apply to teach or apply to English learning education, is no one is the best. It depends on what the teacher choose the model and apply to the student. One model could be applied to one group of the student. And sometimes when you apply the model or the strategy to another group, it could be the same result. The teacher have to apply the model, have to apply the strategy, and follow the student satisfaction and improve the performance. It depends on the model and the strategy to apply to the group of the student. No, I cannot answer that what is the best, but I think if which model could apply and a good result, you can use it for the student. And I think the educational technology or smart technology or mobile technology is one of the good for the digital era. And you have to could apply the time model. The time model is about the useful of the technology. The technology or the game-based learning or project-based learning or anything of the model that could apply and can improve English learning education, you can use it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Dr.
Thank you. Thank you for the good question.
There is no best approach, sir. Yeah. Yeah. So we have to consider the student's style, learning style, the student's strategy. So teachers should facilitate using application There are
Okay.
a lot of application, right?
I could see
Okay.
another one question in the chat.
Okay. Can you
Yes.
explain and give an example of one-to-one learning in student-centered education?
Yeah. And one-to-one is mean one teacher, one student. Is good to apply to English learning because when you study face-to-face or study online one by one, it means that only one teacher, only one student can focus on the education, and the teacher focus on only one student, but not no participant or no participation between the friends. Is the weakness, and but the strength is the could focus on only one student. Yes. Another question.
Do you have other questions?
Thank you for the good question for one-to-one learning in student-centered education.
From C1, please.
But one-to-one learning is different from face-to-face learning. Face-to-face learning could be in group, but one-to-one learning is only one teacher, only one student. But face-to-face could be the group English learning. Something like today is the not face-to-face, but the webinar learning, online learning. But face-to-face is meaning that the physical learning have to see in the same room, the same classroom, and in interaction in the same room is the face-to-face. But one-to-one could be face-to-face or could be online learning, could be both.